Let's just say open house. No, open house is another. We'll cover open house in a little bit. Let's just say an online lead. A lot of you are generating online leads right now, right? Either you're running Facebook ads, running Google ads, running YouTube ads, running Instagram ads, making a post, using Facebook Marketplace, using Craigslist, whatever medium you're using to generate these online conversations where you get a name, email, and phone number, or just a phone number. We can use video to amplify our message and convert a lot more leads. So what that looks like is a lead comes in, let's just say Facebook ads, pick up the phone, we call them immediately, they don't pick up. Well, we immediately hang up, we do not leave a message, and we immediately call back. So we're essentially dialing back twice. So it's the dial back. Some of you may know that strategy, some of you may not. So if you've been struggling to convert online leads, there you go. You're going to get at least 12% more actual pickups by using that one strategy alone. So again, somebody gives you the contact information. You might be so on the ball that you call within 5 seconds of getting that lead. They're not picking up. You know that they're there, but similar to your kids, you know that they're going to text you back when you're calling them and say, hey, what do you want? You know they're there. They could easily pick up, but they're not choosing to do so, right? So some of you can relate. Our consumers are no different. So once that happens, we call, nobody picks up. Okay, we immediately call right back. But we also don't leave a message at this point. We're going to let it go to voicemail, but we hang up. So here's where video comes into play. Now is an opportunity for you to shoot a 10-second video at most to send to them specifically, right? Hey, sorry I missed you. My name is Jaime with X, Y, and Z Brokerage. Just wanted to connect with you. I saw that you requested additional information, and I wanted to honor you with a response. And it could be whatever you want, right? But it's one of those opportunities that you are responding in a different way, right? And the reason that it's so powerful is because you get the opportunity of them seeing you, and it becomes significantly harder for somebody to ignore someone that they see. For most of the audience, most of the people that you reach out to, it's very easy for them to be jerks to us because they don't associate a face to who we are, right? But you know, the same way that you get that, maybe even you, not trying to project, but maybe even you, the way that you communicate with some of these telemarketers, sure as hell are not going to do that when they're in front of your face. Again, maybe I'm just projecting, maybe that's just me. But at the same time, when we have those challenges and people are less than kind and charitable and graceful with us when we're calling them to see if they're ready to sell their house with a real estate agent, even though they've been working as a FSBO for 3 months and haven't sold it. Again, some of you can relate to that. We know that the response is different. So kind of backtracking for a quick second and giving the entire example here, video marketing is very powerful. It's a very easy way to get into the habit by just that one strategy alone, right? So a lead comes in, you call back twice, they don't pick up, we're not leaving voicemail, we shoot a brief video that's less than 10 seconds, and we shoot that off to that lead, and we're on our day. Any questions on that? All right, so next one, and I'll give another example before we go on to another way to integrate video marketing into your business. Open houses. How many of you are doing open houses right now? Just making sure that there's even someone doing it right now. So I see some hands raised. If you have your cameras off, that's okay. That just means you hate me, and that's fine. But if you want to just comment in the chat, I do open houses, or just put open houses just to see how many in the crew we have. I did one last weekend. Great job, James. Awesome. No open houses yet. Sonia, no question, but I just recently was shopping for a car and received video message. It was very welcoming. Boom, right there, right? So our other service industries are doing this for us, and it's a way to stand out. That's awesome. Open houses, none yet. Open houses, I do, not yet. So we have a good amount of open housers out here. So shout out, you weekend warriors. So with open houses, generally, well, I shouldn't say generally, it just depends. If you market your open house with any level of, vigor, you're going to get people to show up, right? So let's just assume people show up. Let's just assume you get 8, 12, 20 pairs coming through. Now, again, that's just everyone's open house. There's so many variables, but everyone's open house experience is different. When you get people to sign in, oftentimes we just let that be that. We add them to our email list and then we wait for next weekend. That's the biggest waste of opportunity, I'll put it that way, for what you've done in this weekend. Right? So if you're the agent that is very good at getting people onto either your app or onto your check-in list or sign-in sheet, I'm sorry. If you're good at that, but if your next immediate step is just to throw them onto your email database and your for follow-up, then you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing your business a disservice, and you're doing your family a disservice. Because the conversion, what you took the huge opportunity that you had at literally in front of you, and you just let that go to waste. My opinion, these are my beliefs are my beliefs. No one else is endorsing these. This is what I'm giving you right now. The way that we actually maximize people's contact information, especially at an open house where they just saw you, where they met you, where they had an opportunity to engage with you. Now we need to double down. And when they're driving away, let me back up. Right before you're driving away, right before you get out of that house, is an opportunity for you to send a video message to each one of those people that visited your open house. Hey, thanks for dropping by. If you see a house later on today that really strikes your eye and want to see if it's fairly priced, shoot me a text. Right? So what we're doing in that verbiage right there, you're giving something that is of value that people want to pay a fair price. Just something so simple, so subtle can really amplify the amount of people that actually reach out to you. Right? We're not sending a video. We're not recording a video saying, hey, I'm the top producer in the neighborhood. You would be an idiot not to work with. We're not sending that type of dumb message, right? We're sending a message that, hey, I know you're going to be out. Look, you're relating to them. I know you're looking out. I know you're looking at other houses. I'm not your only open house person that you saw today. Right? If you see a house that stands out, meaning if you go to another house and there's another agent, and you want to see if that house is fairly priced, because there's some serious intent, let me know. I'd love to help you out. You've done there is you've aligned that person, and you've aligned yourself with that person to sit on the same side of the table. You're no longer on the other side competing back and forth, having the salesperson dance, right? Because previously you were still the opposition. You're like, hey, husband or wife, when we go into this open house, they're going to ask you to give you their contact information. Don't talk to them. That's how they're being coached. That's what happens, right? So it's an opportunity for us to engage in a more meaningful way. Does that make sense?
Yes. I have a question.
Of course.
So, with the sign-in sheet, do you ask them to put down not only the email address, but their numbers? How would you solicit their information?
There's several ways. Great question. So email and phone number, at bare minimum, name, email, phone number, bare minimum. Now that's if you go down the traditional. So since we're talking about conversion strategy, this is important to cover as well. Name, email, and phone number, that's the standard sign-in sheet. Everybody sees that. If you want to increase your conversions of people actually filling things out for you so you have a bigger database, you can do surveys. It's like, hey, we're doing we ask every person that comes through, we ask for surveys. And it's just 3 questions, 5 questions, whatever you want to know, whatever's important. In reality, what you put in there is really not important. What you're after is their contact information at the bottom. Right? So that's a way to amplify the sign-ins. Norma mentioned make a gift basket. So have a raffle. There's another way of doing it. Now, I like that from the aspect of gamifying it. I don't like that from the aspect of me spending additional money. However, everyone, is it effective? Absolutely. just be mindful of what you're offering. If it's meaningful enough to invest some additional capital of your hard-earned money, especially as a 1099 entrepreneur, someone that is spending all of your own money as opposed to the company's or somebody else's company. But yeah, that raffles are fantastic. I'm just getting my first weekday open house tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, 11 a.m. until. Awesome. So you're doing them through the week, huh? RJ, I think that's great. I think that's great. A mutual friend of ours, I was about to say of the channel, but of our group, of myself, and several individuals here. His name is Andy C. Made a phenomenal masterclass for us on open houses. And for those of you that the name might sound familiar, Andy C., the reason it sounds so familiar is because he's been on the Forbes list. He's been on USA Today list. He's been on every single top realtor list imaginable because he's number 3. He's the number 3 agent in the country. Not the city, not the neighborhood, not the state, in the country. And this is all he does. Open houses Monday through Monday.